What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE hints at John Cena's last ever opponent, the real reason SmackDown had two different endings, did WWE pull a match from Clash in Paris, a former WWE superstar responds to bullying allegations, Vince McMahon spotted in public, a wrestler back to 100% after a scary stroke, Merecedes Mone now has 9 belts, Wade Barrett shuts down fans, The Undertaker appearing on an Indian reality show, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. And if you're wondering why we haven't covered SmackDown, well, we did last night, so be sure to check that out if you want. Now, first story looks at WWE hints at John Cena's last ever opponent. At top of today's news is a rumor about who John Cena will face in his final match before he rides off into the sunset. You may recall previous talks about Gunther squaring off against the 17-time world champion for Cena's final match, but last night's SmackDown featured a segment that has many speculating on Cena's final foe. In case you missed it, Drew McIntyre spoke with Logan Paul about his Clash in Paris match against Cena, telling the Maverick that the Super Cena 2010 is no more. He also mentioned that he wants to take revenge on John Cena by any means, saying whatever it takes. WrestleFeatures also chimed in, mentioning that Drew is 100% Cena's final opponent. Obviously that isn't confirmed in any way, but at this point it seems more than likely. John Cena also ran down his own list of potential opponents, including AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio and Jacob Fatu before he hangs up his boots, but whether he gets to do so is another question. Right now, Cena only has 10 dates left. In fact, he took to Instagram to post a photo of Lionel Messi, who is synonymous with the number 10. Next up, the real reason that SmackDown had two different endings. Last night's episode of SmackDown, broadcast live from Dublin's 3 Arena, concluded with an ending that didn't actually air in the USA. After the main event women's tag team match, John Cena was seen backstage speaking with general manager Nick Aldis, who teased a message from Brock Lesnar. However, before Aldis could elaborate, Logan Paul ambushed Cena with a punch that knocked him out cold. However, WWE aired two distinct versions of this final segment. International viewers watching via Netflix saw a shot that appeared to barely connect, as Cena seemed to slightly dodge or shrug off the punch. WWE was then forced to reshoot the angle for the USA broadcast. In that moment, Paul shoved Aldis aside, then delivered a solid clean right hand that visibly knocked Cena down. WWE were definitely unhappy with how the angle was shot on the live broadcast, so they had to redo the whole thing. Next up, did WWE pull a match from Clash in Paris? Did WWE pull a rumored Clash in Paris Sami Zayn vs Solo Sikoa match for the United States Championship and then move it over to Friday Night SmackDown? While the behind the scenes details are unknown, WWE's announced the match for the Go Home episode of the Blue Brand. Right now there's only 4 matches on the card, and there's expected to be at least one women's match involving Stephanie Vaquer. Originally it was Naomi vs Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's Championship, but that has now been vacated. We all know Triple H likes to stick to the 5 PLE match card, so that could be the last match, and they moved it over. Next up, a former WWE superstar responds to bullying allegations. Did Brie Coda, aka former NXT superstar Cora Jade, bully a former WWE Performance Center recruit? Alexis Lett, who trained at the WWE Performance Center from 2022 to 2023, recently accused Jade of bullying her during a time at the PC. She discussed her WWE run when she appeared on that one-time podcast.
What do you think of Roxanne Perez?
Okay, everybody thinks I hate her. I don't. She actually helped me with a few of my moves, and I think she's a really sweet girl, I think. No, but she was friends with this girl named Cora Jade, who was really mean when I was there and was one of the main bullies that I had to deal with.
According to her, she said, "I was confused, like, why do we have beef? It's because she texted me and told me to do something. I told her that I wasn't going to do that respectfully. She asked me to take down a TikTok. I was like, no, it was just, this is what I did at work today." She's like, "You're exposing the whole industry." I wasn't. I did not give away anything kayfabe. It was just, this is a fight. We're planning out our fight. But I didn't say I was planning it with my competition. We all collaborate with each other. Alexis hauled off on Jade during her interview, saying she was butthurt that she couldn't control me and she wanted to slander me. She had been there longer than me, but there was no reason why I would respect her because she didn't do anything to be respected. She didn't come to introduce herself to the new people. Alexis' experience in wrestling was nothing like she expected, including the physical challenges. She had a background in modeling and volleyball and has spoken about the physical rigors she experienced and how it was nothing like she expected. If her story is accurate, her time interacting with Jade didn't help things either. However, Jade is painting a much different picture and tweeted, "I shouldn't be giving this girl an ounce more of my energy, but this will be the one and only time I speak on this, and if you know, you know. This girl came into the PC and immediately had heat with everyone for being disrespectful on more than one occasion. I texted this girl trying to help before her heat got worse, that had already traveled up to the main roster before she even had a match. I'll go ahead and post the screenshots myself. She chose to basically tell me to F off and then continue to get heat for weeks. Only until multiple main roster talent members spoke to her as well, she decided to come up to me and apologize. Now while Cora Jade claims that she accepted the apology, she denies any bullying that occurred. I spoke to her maybe 5 times total, if that. Blunt to a fault sometimes, yes, but bullying is crazy. Now what goes on behind the scenes is always difficult to pin down, particularly with the way the wrestler rumor mill can create some ridiculous stories. However, the former Cora Jade may be taking matters into her own hands and seeking legal advice, as she could be ready to sue. Could things have gotten so bad that Cora Jade is ready to sue Alexis for a comment? That's the question some fans are asking after the provocative tweet from the former NXT superstar. Ringside News is reporting the timing of the post, however, came right after she unloaded on Letty publicly, suggesting she may be considering legal action or at least seeking legal advice on the matter. What do you guys think of this latest accusation against Cora Jade? Next up, the reason why WWE switched these two wrestlers. Now if you're curious why WWE moved Raw superstar Sami Zayn to SmackDown and LA Knight to Raw, while nothing official has been announced as far as a trade, Fightful Select is reporting that creative felt that the move would freshen up each show's babyface roster. Both superstars are already involved in championship programs, with Zayn scheduled to challenge US champion Solo Sikoa and LA Knight battling Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Next up, Vince McMahon spotted in public. It's time for the latest Vince McMahon sighting, as McMahon was recently accused of driving his Bentley into someone's BMW, with Vince McMahon allegedly driving 90 miles per hour, but fortunately this appearance was something more subdued. Vince was seen spotted leaving a restaurant in New York City with both JBL, Bruce Pritchard and Gerald Briscoe. Next up, a wrestler back to 100% after a scary stroke. It's good news for former Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gresham, who recently suffered 2 strokes and was rushed to hospital. Gresham's wife, NXT superstar Jordynne Grace, updated fans during an interview with Adrian Hernandez, revealing that her 37-year-old husband is fully recovered for everything except wrestling. She also discussed how scary the situation was. "It was very scary. He's actually bounced back incredibly well. He's at 100%. He's cleared right now to do pretty much everything, like work out. Everything besides wrestle. It's insane, and I said the same thing." Grace revealed that the doctors told Gresham that his age is the reason he bounced back so fast. As for why he suffered a stroke, they're really now just trying to figure out why this might have happened. But this is the whole thing of like, maybe we'll never know. Maybe it was just a COVID complication. Sometimes these things just happen. It's great to hear that Jonathan Gresham has now fully recovered and hopefully we'll see him back in the ring very soon. Next up, Wade Barrett shuts down fans. A SmackDown color commentator Wade Barrett apparently had zero tolerance for certain fans during last night's episode of the Blue Brand. Fans were chanting in the arena, "You can't wrestle," directly to JC Mateo, which is actually insane since JC Mateo actually competed in the Olympics. Barrett mentioned on commentary, "Listen to these idiots, they're chanting 'You can't wrestle.' This guy wrestled in the Olympics, you dummies." Sometimes crowd chants really need to be put on mute. Next up, Mercedes Mone now has 9 belts. Now add the Discovery Wrestling Scottish Women's Championship to AEW talent Mercedes Moné's ever-growing collection of championships. Sports Illustrated reported that Mone beat Emerson Jane at the recent Rev Pro Global Wars UK event. Mone has 9 titles now, with them noting Mone was already the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Champion, AEW TBS Champion, Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament winner, CMLL World Women's Champion, EWA Women's Champion, Primetime Wrestling Women's Champion, and Bestia Women's Champion. Together, the belt collectively spanned 7 countries. Now she adds Scotland to a widening territory. Moné's collection of belts may be impressive to some, but former WWE superstar Lance Storm isn't so sure, commenting, "I think there's a younger generation that just thinks more belts, more belts, more belts, everything's great. She's got 27 belts. But I think there's people like you and I who, belts are supposed to be prestigious, and an AEW championship or a Ring of Honor championship has a degree of prestige. But if you never heard of the promotion, never heard of the belt, never heard of the women she defeated, then it just starts to delve into comedy." Storm isn't alone in his sentiment, as most fans would be lucky to identify any of Moné's titles. There is a case to be made that she adds prestige to the promotion she holds the title in, assuming of course she defends it regularly. Next up, a former WWE Women's Tag Champion talks a return. Could former WWE superstar Aaliyah find herself in a WWE ring? Aaliyah captured the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship with Raquel Rodriguez, recently spoke with PW Mania and discussed an in-ring return. Oh yeah, the multi-million-dollar question. I bring a lot of experience and versatility to the table. At this stage, I can work as a babyface, heel, or in a supporting role, whatever helps elevate the product and make the show stronger. I know how to make other performers look good in the ring, engage the audience, and contribute to the product in a way that drives excitement and revenue. My goal is simple, to add value to wherever I'm needed and help the roster shine at every level. The 30-year-old discussed the expenses involved for a female wrestler at her age. Health insurance, gym, chiropractor, massage, personal trainer, house, food, electricity, supplements, gear, hair, clothes, makeup, hotels, immigration lawyer, accountant, PR rep, rental cars, even the dog sitters. I live alone, so the bills really add up. Consequently, Aaliyah said that she needs the right offer to work at her best. Her career dates back to 2013, including a WWE career from 2015 to 2023. Do you think Aaliyah will ever return to the WWE ring? And finally, The Undertaker appearing on an Indian reality show. And last but not least, The Undertaker is retired from wrestling, but he's as popular as ever, as seen by the recent announcement that he'll appear on the Indian reality show Big Boss. The Times of India is reporting wrestling legend The Undertaker is reportedly in talks to appear on Big Boss in 2025. Rumors suggest he will join as a wildcard entry for a week-long stay hosted by Salman Khan in the 19th season of the reality show. Now, the show is similar to Big Brother, and it's believed that Taker will pocket some serious bank when he appears. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.